In the heart of Jerusalem, a city that feels etched with the weight of eternity, there's a gate that's been sealed for nearly 500 years. It sits silent on the eastern wall, a stone sentinel facing the Mount of Olives, wrapped in mystery and soaked in centuries of expectation. Locals call it the Eastern Gate. Some know it as the Golden Gate, others the Gate of Mercy. But for millions of believers, this is no ordinary wall. It's a countdown clock carved into history, waiting for the day it opens, not by human hands, but by the prophesied return of the Messiah. Before we continue, give this video a like if you believe Jesus is coming soon. For centuries, the gate has stood still, a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires. But now, after almost 500 years of silence, the whispers are starting. Rumors are spreading through the city and across the internet. People are claiming to see strange things. Eyewitnesses talk of fine dust falling from its ancient cracks, and some even report feeling faint vibrations in the ground nearby. Too quiet for most, but unmistakable to those who watch this gate with hopeful eyes. Are these just rumors, or is this the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy happening right now? To get why this is such a big deal, we have to rewind to 1541. The Ottoman Sultan, Suleiman the Magnificent, was rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, but one gate gave him serious trouble. He was aware of a Jewish prophecy he both respected and feared, that the Messiah would one day enter Jerusalem through this eastern gate to redeem his people and establish his kingdom. So Suleiman made a world-altering decision. He ordered the eastern gate sealed shut, bricked up with massive stones to create a permanent, unmovable barrier. He literally tried to wall off a prophecy. But he didn't stop there. In a move that many believe was an act of spiritual warfare, he had a Muslim cemetery built directly in front of the gate. According to Jewish tradition, a holy man like the Messiah would be defiled if he passed through a cemetery, creating a second spiritual blockade. For nearly 500 years, it looked like it worked. The gate stayed sealed, preserved by the very prophecy it was meant to stop. But the story of this gate wasn't written by a sultan. It was written thousands of years earlier in the pages of Scripture, where the prophecies of Judaism and Christianity meet. For Christians, the gate has a profound dual meaning. It's a widely held tradition that Jesus of Nazareth passed through the gate on Palm Sunday, fulfilling a prophecy from Zechariah 9:9 when he rode into Jerusalem on a donkey. While the current gate was likely built a few centuries after Jesus' time, many believe it stands on the exact spot of the original. But it's the prophet Ezekiel who casts the longest shadow over these stones. In Ezekiel chapter 44, the prophet describes a vision where God tells him, "This gate shall be shut, it shall not be opened, and no man shall enter by it, because the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered by it, therefore it shall be shut." For centuries, believers have pointed to Suleiman's act of sealing the gate as an incredible, unwitting fulfillment of this very scripture. In his attempt to prevent the Messiah's arrival, he may have ironically confirmed the prophecy. But Ezekiel's prophecy doesn't stop there. It hints at a future time when a figure called the Prince will enter through it. This connects to an even more dramatic prophecy in the book of Zechariah, which foretells a day when the Lord's feet will stand on the Mount of Olives just east of the gate. The mountain will split in two, and he will enter Jerusalem as a triumphant king. The book of Acts reinforces this, stating that Jesus, who ascended to heaven from the Mount of Olives, will come back in the same way you have seen him go.
This book is your beginner's guide to understanding Scripture. Find peace, build relationships, and discover purpose in today's world. Ready to decode the Bible? Find Bible Decoded available on Amazon now.
If this content blesses you and you'd like to support our mission, you can buy me a coffee or give a super thanks. Every contribution helps us create more content to inspire and uplift others. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. He left from the east, and he will return from the east. This amazing tapestry of history and prophecy is what makes the modern-day whispers of movement so powerful. It's a story that has captivated millions for millennia. If you're finding this as fascinating as we do, consider subscribing and joining our community as we explore the world's greatest mysteries. For hundreds of years, the gate was sealed and the prophecies were dormant. But lately, that silence has been broken by a storm of rumors. The whispers have gotten louder. Pilgrims and locals have reported strange phenomena: fine dust falling from the stones, tiny new cracks in the mortar, and those low, subtle vibrations. Some have even claimed to hear strange, trumpet-like sounds from beneath the earth. Now, skeptics rightly point out that these could be natural shifts in an ancient structure, the result of weathering or minor seismic activity in the region. But for those who watch for prophetic signs, these aren't random occurrences. They're potential tremors of a prophecy awakening. This isn't happening in a vacuum either. The area around the Golden Gate has become a political and religious flashpoint. The Temple Mount, where the gate is located, is administered by the Muslim Waqf. In 2019, the Waqf began converting the area just inside the gate into a prayer space, challenging the long-standing agreement governing the holy site. Israeli authorities responded by sealing the area off, which led to protests and arrests. This isn't just a fight over a building, it's a battle over history, sovereignty, and destiny. Every stone on the Temple Mount is loaded with meaning, and any change sends shockwaves through the religious and political world. So, what does all this mean? We have a gate, sealed nearly 500 years ago to stop a prophecy. We have ancient scriptures from multiple faiths that point to its sacred role in what they call the end of days. And now, we have both eyewitness rumors of movement and a very real, undeniable escalation in tensions at that exact spot. Could these subtle shifts and rising conflicts be the precursor to the gate finally reopening? Not by the will of man, but by the will of God? The Eastern Gate is more than just stone and mortar. It's a symbol. It's a silent witness, a reminder that history is headed somewhere. It faces the Mount of Olives, the exact place where Jesus gave his end-times prophecies in Matthew 24, telling his followers to watch for the signs. And it's from that same mountain he is prophesied to return. The Bible mentions Jerusalem over 800 times. It's called the City of the Great King. It is the stage where the final act of human history is prophesied to play out. And the Eastern Gate? It may just be the doorway to the final scene. Let's be clear. We can't say with scientific certainty that the gate is physically moving. The evidence is anecdotal, passed between believers and watchers. But we can say that something is happening. The spiritual atmosphere around the Golden Gate is charged with an energy that's impossible to ignore. The convergence of ancient prophecy, modern rumors, and escalating political conflict is undeniable. The gate was sealed to stop a king from entering. But no wall, no stone, and no human decree can stop a promise whose time has come. For 2,000 years, believers have prayed for the return of the Messiah. The question echoing from the ancient stones of Jerusalem today is this: are we the generation that will see it? The Eastern Gate stands as a divine countdown clock, and its hands just might be moving. The final question isn't just whether the gate is opening. It is, are you ready for the King? What do you believe is happening at the Eastern Gate? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries connecting our world to the divine.
Feeling anxious or disconnected? Ready for a deeper faith journey designed just for you? Discover Bible Study for Black Women. This guide nurtures faith, strength, and growth week by week. Overcome fear and connect with God. This empowering journey is waiting. Find Bible Study for Black Women on Amazon today and start building unshakable faith.
If this content blesses you and you'd like to support our mission, you can buy me a coffee or give a super thanks. Every contribution helps us create more content to inspire and uplift others. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos.